There are many ways to skin the entrepreneurial cat, and today on the Growth Class, we're going to discuss the Samwer brothers' trilogy of ambition, strategy, and scale. Picture Cologne, Germany in the 80s and early 90s. Three brothers whose parents were lawyers, rocketing from schoolroom dreams to Silicon Valley interns. From a young age, Marc, Oliver, and Alexander Samwer nurtured big ambitions, even eyeing low-cost airlines inspired by Richard Branson and Michael O'Leary. Meet Marc, Oliver, and Alexander Samwer, three Cologne-born brothers who reimagined entrepreneurship, not by inventing new tools, but by mastering the art of smart replication. Their approach, copycat with precision and scale and watch the world follow suit. The Samwer brothers grew up under the tutelage of lawyer parents, soaked in ambition and analytical grit. Their entrepreneurial engine kicked in during studies, Marc in law, Oliver in business and stints in the US, and Alexander absorbing economics in Oxford and an MBA from Harvard. A trip to Silicon Valley in 1998 opened their eyes to underutilized opportunities in Europe. In 1999, they launched Alando, a German eBay clone, with a rapid-fire approach. Get online, get customers, get bought. They reward a $50 million acquisition by eBay within just 100 days. Alando became the blueprint clone. Scale, exit. On the heels of Alando, the brothers launched Jamba in 2000, offering mobile content like ringtones. Alexander stepped away in 2003 to pursue an MBA at Harvard, while Marc and Oliver leaned into a bold play, pivoting Jamba towards subscription model, investing massively in TV marketing, up to $70 million per quarter. The gamble paid off. VeriSign bought Jamba in 2004 for around $270 million. In 2007, the brothers built a venture powerhouse, Rocket Internet, a Berlin-based startup studio that can best be described as an industrial cloning machine, systematically building Airbnb, known as Wimdu in Germany, Groupon, CityDeal in Germany, Pinterest clone called Pinspire in Germany, YouTube called MyVideo in Germany, StudiVZ, their German Facebook, and more. They weren't subtle about speed. Oliver famously referred to himself as conducting business as war, urging staff to commit plans with blood, and announcing readiness for blitzkrieg market invasions. Controversial? Sure, but undeniably effective. Rocket prioritized scale fast, even if some ideas don't stick. They launched dozens of ventures in parallel, supported by centralized resources, investor access, and aggressive execution. By 2013, the brothers had woven multiple threads of enterprise. Global Founders Capital, GFC, a $150 million venture fund supporting founders worldwide. Rocket's IPO in October 2014 catapulted them into billionaire status, and Rocket briefly valued at $6.5 billion. Post-2013, their united front began to diversify. Oliver remained CEO of Rocket, the aggressive, pace-setting founder who values global expansion and hyperscale. Marc leans into operational excellence and investments with a notable hand controlling Zalando, among others, through GFC. Alexander branched into diverse, sustainably focused ventures. In 2018, he co-founded Arvantis Group, consolidating efforts in VC through Picus Capital, real estate, Krianos, renewables, Paleon Green Venture, and social impact at the Arvantis Foundation. Despite branching out, they share roots of discipline, precision, and strategy, polished individually into unique strengths. The Samwer brothers are both lauded and lambasted. The criticisms, a copycat nature, blamed for stifling originality and appropriating ideas. An aggressive management culture, high pressure, even controversial internal communications. Aggressive marketing tactics, sometimes seen as gentrifying or brash, especially in the case of Marc and certain real estate dealings. Their triumphs? They created a global footprint with over 100 active ventures in 110 countries and tens of thousands of jobs. Rocket's IPO and market capitalization are proof of the model's success. Personal commitment to social causes, Oliver supports education initiatives, Alexander champions climate efforts, and all of them support the WHU Business School. Were the Samwer brothers the only ones doing this? Of course not. Look at Xiaomi in China. It's almost an exact replication of Apple, down to the user interface. Ola and Didi are Uber clones in Asia. Echelon is a Peloton clone. So the Samwer brothers are not the only ones. They just do it better and turn cloning businesses into a format process. Here's the takeaway you want to feel deep in your entrepreneurial bones. Speed plus execution equal competitive advantage. You don't need originality as much as you need flawless execution. The Samwer's built by doing, launching, iterating, and winning fast. Build infrastructure, not isolated ideas. Rocket Internet transformed the idea of entrepreneurship from lone founders to scale-ready studios with shared resources. Know who you are and play to that strength. The brothers divided roles after success, but their unified early approach, then individual mastery, shows how multiple strands of entrepreneurship can be vibrant and distinct. Ethics, culture, and risk matter. Aggressive strategies yield results, and criticism. Entrepreneurs must weigh the costs of pace against cultural debt. Diversify, pivot, and evolve. After cloning the world, they pivoted into funding and into substantial investing. That's recalibrating strategy, not abandoning it. So thank you for joining the growth class. I hope you learned something to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. Like, subscribe, and comment to help us grow together. And until next time, thanks for watching.